pay.
Let me
You
pay. The
are
broadcast
live.
is live.
We're live. There's no
I'm going to
countdown
switch the
here.
comments to see who's here to say hi.
There's
Hi,
nobody
everybody. I
except
won
for
an
Rob.
auction on eBay. I'm going to pay for this while everybody introduces themselves.
I'm Lady.
I am not a lady. I am Tacoma Comics, and I'm frazzled, but happily frazzled.
I like it. So you want to show some happily frazzled books,
Not
or
yet.
okay?
I could show something else first. I did not stink up the bathroom. I went upstairs earlier. Well, I went there first
Why are you always stinking up the bathroom, Dad?
because
God.
we went out to Dusty's Hideaway for lunch, and we had fried chicken skins and hot honey chicken sandwich. And yeah, two drinks. Okay, so this is what I want to show. I finally got my Kickstarter from the Die comic book.
Oh, I saw these pictures.
And so Game Master Screen, which I'm so bad at this, I was trying to unfold it the wrong way. What I like about this is, obviously it's got the artwork, right, which is pretty cool. But then it's got like cheat codes on the inside for like people who are new to GMing, which definitely includes me, because I haven't done anything like this since 1982. But I am planning on putting a game together if either you are interested. It's got this little dice case with a magnetic thing. I think you got to pick up first and then open that. Oh, it's a lid. Sorry. It's really nice, except all the holes are round and some of the die kind of fall out really easily. I kind of wish that the die, the holes for the die were actually the shape of the die, because it would make more sense than having round holes for like pentagons and hexagons and stuff. So that's really cool. And that came, you'd think this would be easier to put together. There you go. And then there is one of the characters, Angela, is like an elf. She requires fair gold to be powered up. So they made these little coins, which I thought was kind of neat. So a little velvet bag of coins. What
You're
else?
such a nerd. What do the coins? What do you do with the coins?
They power her up. They power one of the players up. I don't know. I haven't read the book yet, but that's how it is in the comic.
Oh,
This was wrapped around the Dungeon Master screen. Of course, I'm like, I'll never lose that. I'll never break that. And of course, I've already rolled over in this chair twice because, like I said, I'm in the middle of cleaning up. And I was like one of the, we got more pledges, so you get more rewards. So I got this really cool thing here, which is just like so this is cool. If you know the characters, this is like little sketch cards of all the characters, but Stephanie Hans reimagined each of them artistically so that they're still recognizable to readers of the comic, but they are definitely recreated for the game, so they don't quite look the same as they do in the comic, which I think is cool. They look more like fantasy characters here in the comic. They definitely had like a human element to them, so it was kind of nice little reimagining of those. And
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How much was this like Kickstarter set?
I think I was in at the $100 level, or maybe like 140. I was definitely under 200. 200 was like the max, and you got something else that I just didn't think quite fit or was quite worth it. So I was in at like the second highest level, I think. And here's the actual book in a nice slipcase.
Oh.
It has one of those things which I find super useful, actually.
Page
and
saver.
then it is just loaded with gorgeous Stephanie Hans art. And they got a bunch of other artists to do it too, which is really cool. Like Marguerite Savage, some other artists, but just like, there's Isabel the Godbinder. Beautiful cover. So it's just, I'm super happy. School ends in 3.5 days. I will sit down and read this whole fucking thing from cover to cover.
Oh, like for the summer?
Yeah. I've, like, for whatever reason, we're not out this week. We are off Monday though, but then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they're all like fluff days, and then half day Friday, and then we're done, and I can sit down and read everything. But
Yeah, my
I'm
I'm starting my vacation. Well, we get Monday off, and then
You get vacation,
starting
yay.
what what?
what?
Oh, it's just saying you get vacation, yay. It's been a
Yes,
while.
Yeah, I know.
very
I'm
yay.
sorry. Shit, I'm taking a vacation June 30th through July 9th. I go back on the 10th, and I cannot wait.
Are you? Is it a destination or a staycation?
It's a do whatever I want here
Nice.
to stay. It's a do whatever I want. I just want to have some time to invest like in myself, and
Good.
I don't know, like do the things I care about. Draw and go out to my dad's place on the river, go hunt for comics, just hang with Miss Kitty, game some, just be a kid, honestly. Do the things that make me happy.
There you go.
So, anyways,
It's strange that the older we get, that fun just means sleeping.
dude, I mean, there's nothing like a good nap, bro. Naps are where it's at. So, I do want to show some books though.
Yeah.
And so who wants to show them first? Do we
I
have
just went. That counted as a turn.
did that count as a turn?
Your
Okay.
turn.
So
Yeah.
then Rob, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I can go if you blew me up.
I'll
I
blow
think
you
I'm
up,
ready.
boy.
So I
Done.
got a Kickstarter too.
Woohoo!
Now kickstart all you bastards.
Now, some of y'all might know this character. His name is Judah Rad. He ran a channel called I Love Freaking Comics, and he put out a book. I just got it today. It's called Sharon. It's a moment in time and space where I'm not going to spoil the whole thing, but the guy goes to meet up with a fellow spy to recruit, and it's out in space. It's a lot of fun, and just came in. Here's some of the extras that came with it. I'm not going to try and remove that from the bag right now, but stickers and all the swag. But pretty fresh looking books that just came in. Thank you so much, Judah, or how we know him as Alan.
How much Kickstarter comic stuff do you do?
Not very often. The people that I really know at this point, because it gets kind of expensive. And I get it, because if you're trying to put together a book and you're not doing it through the major companies, you need to raise a lot more capital if you want to make any kind of income. So like $40, $50 Kickstarters to get like one book, that's a lot of money, especially in a market that's dead cold right now. And if you want to finish up certain sets like Fantastic Four over here, saving is hard. And as you can kind of see over here, I have no chill.
No, like, yeah, because I've done a few of them, and usually I am super excited at first and then perhaps a little underwhelmed, right? I love that I'm supporting the creators, right? And I love that once we reach different tiers of like, okay, we now have 5,000 backers, we can now pay our workers 10% more, like that, I love that sort of stuff, right? It's really great grassroots capitalism or whatever. But like I've got the curse words omnibus that Charles Brown and Charles Soule and Ryan Brown did, and it was a really good read. And you get a little script at the back, and you get all the alternative covers in the book and stuff, and it's great to read. But it also came with a bookmark. I'm like, did I really want the bookmark? Like, I've got so many tchotchkes all around here that, like, yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, I got suckered in by like the next tier up.
All right, I'm going to be fair. Putting all this stuff in the back of a book, you're going to see that it's going to cost a bit more of an imprint. I put this in Mylar because, hey, he's a friend of ours. So, yeah, I wanted to support him. But I'm going to need to put at least one of these things in the back of this thing here, unless it imprints on the book that winds up being behind that one. So... yeah, it's kind of like back in the day when they'd put everything into a propylene bag, and they'd say, if you remove that from the bag, it's worthless. Well, today it's a different story, because if you want to get any kind of 9.8, that little seam that goes along the back is going to imprint right on the books. And now everyone's taking this shit out, which is why we have, first Miles Morales, everyone's taking it out of the bag. You're never going to see that in the bag because, it's going to imprint on the book.
Yep.
All right. So here's some of the stuff that I got this week. I can show these in chunks. I have 2 large stacks here. Here's the other one, DC. Here's the Marvel. So I don't have very many issues of Avengers left to get. I
Woohoo.
finally finished the last one I needed in the 200s. So strangely enough, it was this one. Picked it up for $15. Not bad.
I need the blue one still, I think. Or maybe it's that one. I need to check. I have 2 of the 3. You know, it's like 66, 67, 68.
That one?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah,
Well, maybe I have that one.
267
I
is
think I
back
need
there
to,
hanging
I
up.
need to check. I can't remember.
The covers look amazingly similar.
Shout out to Taylor
I've
Winder.
probably seen this half a dozen times. Never knew polybags imprinted. Should I open my books then? Really, that's going to be up to you. I myself have wound up doing that, with the exception being, as you'll see down here. Let's tip this. You'll see down.
You just muted yourself, nerd.
I don't know how I just muted myself. So right down here, you'll see that platinum edition of the Superman. I left that one in.
Get closer.
What it is. Yeah, I need to change the camera or not camera, the audio, because it switched out. There we go. That should be better.
Or better.
Yeah, because when I tipped it, it just wound up unplugging the other microphone and it connected to whatever the 10 other microphones I have here is.
It's not good when it's just the tip.
The default microphone.
Default.
Sorry, I just ruined your good joke.
All right, here we go. This was the next one that I needed in the Avengers. Now I only need like 1, 2, 4, 11, and that's and 29, 61, 75, and done.
Wow.
Here is giant size Defenders, which I thought I had. It was the annual I had the whole time.
I have that one and the king size. Is that the king size special? I have both of
Yeah,
them.
you probably have that one because we were getting these things around the same time, and then you got the giant size like 2 or 3 years ago, and I just never got it because I thought I had it.
Because that one's I have that one, and then I have the slabbed one, the king size annual.
Oh, you had the
like the
slab
black one, black background.
This is one of the few issues of Fantastic Four I needed. It's one of
that's so cool.
Yeah, 1973. This is a reprint of issue 3, the annual 3, where they have the wedding and
They're having such a good
4.
time. It's like a party.
It's a
It
total
looks like
party.
yeah, and like Dr. Doom's in the middle of the ballroom just dancing.
It's a little.
And all it is the puppet master controlling everybody. Sorry, spoilers. But now I just need an issue 5 of the annual, and I'm done with that. This was there, so I had to pick it up. $12.
That one's underrated. That one's underrated, and I need to get it. I need to take my own advice. King size special number. What is that? 2 or 5?
This is 2. I think I have
2.
a 5 around here somewhere.
So Glenn, Rob, is a big 90s Superman fan. So
I know. We've talked.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
I was going to tell him when we finally get our show back up, which might be a little while because there's a lot of internal like family stuff I have to deal with, off hours that takes up all of my time.
Yeah.
So after that finally, hopefully one day concludes, then I can finally do the show again. But I wanted to include Glenn because he's so knowledgeable, especially in the Superman angle.
Glenn's all right.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Here it is. Hulk. These are one of the issues I was missing from the McFarlane run. I'm not trying to get every Hulk. I would like to have the first, 100, 200. But you know how it ends. I'm a run collector. It's going to eventually be all of them.
He's the McFarlane Gray Hulk. He's kind of divisive. It's like hit or miss for some people. Some people really liked him when he came back, and some they didn't care for it.
Yeah, I was more just of a fan of what Peter David did. He was a longtime writer on the book. He wound up bringing a lot to the table that wound up influencing Immortal Hulk. So yeah, that part of the run I want to get, but maybe not all of it. It's a lot of stuff. This is a
lot of Hulk books.
A lot of Hulk books.
I like Hulk.
Now, this is a reprint. It's a reprint of first time that the X-Men crossed over with any other title. That was Tales of Suspense
His
49,
arms all
I
jacked
think.
up.
What happened? Oh, yeah. It looks like he's broken many bones. But if you're in a metal suit and if you get hit hard enough, yeah, you're going to bend with that metal and it's not going to.
Look, we're not trying to think about actual Newtonian physics. This is fucking comics, all right? Calm down.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun thinking about the damage it could do. No, that's morbid. But so am I sometimes. This is one of those reprints. I have the actual one right down there. But I wound up
How
picking
many
up a couple
did
of
Todd
these
do?
because they were
Todd
missing.
started on 330 and went through like
330,
346.
and he went through
346, I want to
Yeah.
say.
He eventually started doing just the covers. He didn't do all the
16 or
interiors.
17 issues. Well, he actually, yeah, he didn't do all of those because there's some in between there that he didn't do. You're right. So maybe he did about 12 to 15 issues. I'm not sure.
He's a little inconsistent.
But then again, the artists of the 90s that wound up going over to Image, almost all of them were inconsistent.
Well, you know, they started acting like rock stars, and
A little bit of cocaine might have influenced some of that. What?
Yeah,
Sorry,
but they were
still alive?
nerdy rock stars.
you do one Levi jeans ad, and all of a sudden you think you're the next Electric Jesus. Well, I'm going to tell you, Rob
Oh my
Liefeld,
God.
draw your feet, sir.
We go from the 1980s where you had Robert Carradine and the Revenge of the Nerds, where nerds were picked on, and all of a sudden, here's Rob Liefeld in a fucking jeans commercial. And now you had Iron Man the movie, which engaged nerd culture to be cool. So it's really weird being a middle-aged
It
man
was his
going,
early
"Hey,
years.
I'm still trying to pick up books from the 90s like this one right here." First appearance of Everett Ross, who wound up seeing him and being what is it, Watson from Sherlock. Yeah, he plays that character in, well, I guess it'll be Secret Wars or Secret Invasion coming out next week, which doesn't have a very high rating on Rotten Tomatoes right now. But I did see The Flash over the weekend, and we can talk about that if anybody's seen it, but I don't want to spoil anything for people.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Oh, did you watch it?
Fuck no, I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll watch it at some point, but I just I haven't yet.
I mean, it's not bad. It's a perfectly good movie. The CG could have spent a little bit more time, but as they always say in the movie industry, no movie is ever really finished. They just have to hit deadline, and this is what they've accomplished up until that point. Had they have been given more time, the CG could have looked a lot better.
It's gotten, you know, average ratings, and I think the audience have been overall pretty supportive of it. So, you know,
It's just nerds on the internet that want to hear heard.
I love that cover.
And they just roast a movie. A lot of them, I'm sure, have not even seen it, especially that one scene towards the beginning of the film that you'll see on Twitter right now where it looks like the Flash is putting a baby in a microwave. It's reversed. It's hysterical either way, but it's not how people are portraying it on the internet. And I don't really think that they were trying to
portraying it on the internet.
Oh, that the movie's terrible. It's the worst thing since Thor: Love and Thunder. And I disagree. Thor: Love and Thunder just seemed like the director just didn't really care anymore, and he was having a lot of fun. And this one, the director, the team, the setup, everybody seemed like they were having a lot of. They were really working towards something that they believed in this movie. Whether or not it paid off, I mean, the movie ended well enough, and they could start a new universe.
Yeah,
so much more.
So Taylor, that was around the average rating on, oh, look at you. Rotten Tomatoes in the critics little thing. Not that those things really matter. I mean, because there's plenty of movies that I like that have gone terrible ratings. So
yeah, I mean, just look at
Monos.
Monos, Hands of Fear. That thing was roasted by Mystery Science Theater 3000, and it was hysterically bad. But it's the hysterical part that was the best part. All right, who wants to go next?
Me.
Ladies' turn.
I'm next. So I only had like 20 books. So I'm gonna show like 10 books this time, and then whatever. 3, 6, 9, 10. Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm so good. All right. I picked this up one for Rob. This is I got bored at my LCS today,
nice.
so I said I'm gonna go and scan through all of the DCs in Batman, or I'm just that's the same. I'm gonna scan through all the Batmans and see if there are any DC Universe variants. And I only found one, but one's better than none, and it was only $2.99, and Rob didn't have it. So that's a win for anybody that doesn't know. These are sort of chased after. I mean, you know, they're rarer than most,
you.
but they came in uh, groups of like three, but they came in packs at like Toys R Us or whatever. They were packaged together, or Walmart, what have you. Found this for $5. I mean, it's not in the best shape, but I
Nice.
didn't have it, and it's Beavis and Butthead,
Newsy.
so it's funny. Come on. Come on. And then I found number two.
If you ever find that Red Glove issue, that's the second print that is really hard to find.
Is this a pink one, I guess? Pink glove? Because I don't.
Yeah, no, that's the regular. It's a
It's the
real
red.
red glove that you're looking for.
Yeah, because I think I have seen the red glove one, and it's darker red. It's like red.
Yeah, Ronald McDonald Red.
Like that red. Booger World.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah.
So I found 1 through 3, and that was really cool. I need to get a nicer copy of number 1, but that's all in due time. This is the facsimile. It's a facsimile.
Facsimile.
But I still wanted to get one just because, like, I've never had it, and now I have a facsimile. Just this is for filling an Avengers gap, but also like the BC Avengers, where it's like, you know, this is like your proto BC Ghost Rider or whatever, and he's got like a fucking, instead of a big, you know, chopper, he's got a woolly mammoth, because that's what you do, duh. And then just filling in little gap by gap here. What if Captain America hadn't vanished during World War II? Number 5, Volume 1. Y'all, I'm getting so close to having all 47 of What If Volume 1. Yep. Okay. I actually just sold this, but a lower version of this, and so I picked up a nicer version of this.
Ooh, upgrade.
An upgrade of Avengers 98. Spock Man, hey, what's up, Steve, Spock, Worf, and what was your last year? He's gotten a new kitten, and I've forgotten the last kitten's name, but it's a little black and white kitten. Steve, Spock, and Worf. Worf is a cat. Spock is a wiener dog, and he's gotten a new black and white kitten. And I also, Rob gave me a version of this, but I also upgraded for this. Had to.
That's sweet.
It's always okay to upgrade. In fact, I promoted
Moose. That's his name. Moose. The kitten. Oh my god, I fucking love cats, dude. Anyways, and then here we go. Fantastic Four, number 64. I love this issue. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry, actually. I don't care what you say. I just love this issue.
Now you just got to fill in between 47 and 64. No big books there.
None. I only have a couple in between there, but they happen to be all right. So, anyways, all right. Tacoma was kind of being a dick, so we'll get him to show books.
No.
I know you were being funny. It was funny.
Sarcasm.
I know it was. I'm not really mad.
Oh,
there! Look at that.
I was doing mea culpas, and I was like, "Wait, what?" All right, so I got a bunch of Spidey books that probably I paid exactly what they're for. I don't
Destroyer
know
armor, exactly, Nornrad.
But I just like,
and I think it's the sign of, I want to say, the Inhumans. That's like their weapon, or the Kree Skrull. Kree Skrulls, maybe. The Kree. It's the Kree. Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's the Kree.
It's the Kree.
There's your first humbug, which, like, I don't know. I picked these up because the guy gave me a little bit of a deal on them, so I thought there was meat on the bone. There's your second cameo of Eddie Brock. You see his hand. This is when the Hobgoblin becomes the Demogoblin because he gets possessed. Here's Star Wars 105. I've got like a duplicate of 103. I've got like duplicates now of 100 through 107.
And it goes to 107, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
then
I got some in poor condition, but they look like they just needed a press, nothing else. And
yeah.
I've decided I'm taking my press home over the summer, so it will not sit in school. Because if I say I'm going to go to school every day and press one book a day, that'll last like 2 days. It won't happen. I found these at my at one of my LCSs, and he had them all marked at half off cover, kind of like half price books. Uh, but it included this one, which is the first appearance of Hori the Hellhound, or
And
Thori.
Stephanie.
All Stephanie Hahn's covers. Go figure. And if you look at these, I think the work she did on this most directly informed the work she did for Die. Like all these kind of steampunk monsters like that, Thor there. So just some really cool stuff. And then I found a bunch more at half price, and they were also half off covers. So for $1.50 each, I know I already own all of these. I don't know why I bought
Nor and
more.
Rad. So do you
But
got you have that whole Hans run of the Journey into Mystery, or like the modern Journey into Mystery, or
I do, but not but this is a duplicate run. And I don't have the whole duplicate run. But apparently I have Brittany's phone number.
oh shit, Brittany, hit me up, girl. Give me that number. Let's call her.
And let's
No,
see how old this
that's not
is, because
good.
I also have Brittany's receipt from Safeway. I did not look at the back of these yet. They've been sitting in my car since Friday.
Brittany's probably a minor, and we're gonna end up getting arrested.
Seriously.
For
Just send a
solicitation of
text
a
to
minor or
Brittany.
some shit.
Send a text to Brittany asking if she has any
Brittany,
others.
go call your
Let's
mom.
see. $3.24 at Olympic She bought this down at Olympic Comic and Cards, which is in Olympia, Washington. I don't know if you can see, cut off the top of the receipt there. All right, but that's Gabby's place. That's one of the greatest shops around. Absolutely wonderful space. One of those ones, it's a massive, massive store with like tens of thousands of back issues, hundreds of current issues, super knowledgeable staff, super groovy place, whole like second floor where it's just gaming and playing, sit down and game night, and they have DMs, join any game you want, models and model making stuff and stuff. They do look up the books at the register, which I know everybody hates, and I normally hate that, but this store, whose receipt I found in Brittany's book that I bought at half price,
Brittany
is so good in every other respect that, and they don't like charge ridiculous prices, that I don't begrudge them that, because she's got so many back issues she can never actually go through and price them all. It would cost her thousands of dollars in worker time. Anyway, there's that story.
Thank you.
Spurred by a receipt found on a backing board. There is
right.
one getting signed by Steranko on Saturday.
You're not going to get the Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Nope,
number 3?
I am, but I didn't put that in the folder
thing?
yet. I
That's
also have that.
That's okay.
That's such a cool cover too.
It
So
is.
yes.
It's not like anything. It's like a House of Mystery or a House of Secrets or something.
So I'm excited for both of those. I've actually paid like full $10 for this or whatever, but I wanted it. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's Bartel on She-Hulk. I've got the whole run except for 1, 2, and 3. You don't like that?
No, I just it seems that it should be covered, but I mean I get it.
Well, I mean it would be covered, but it came out like a year ago and it's hard to find. So
okay.
I've been looking for this forever. Before Bendis's huge switch to DC that was popularized like, was it 5 or 6 years ago now? Way back in the day, he did one book for DC like 20 years ago. He's got one
First
story,
and only.
Batman Chronicles. So I found that. I was pretty happy. Yes, a little bit Norn Rad. I think Nakayama looks like Bartel, but I guess that's picking an egg.
Nakayama's computer, like is Bartel computer?
No, she's hand.
Yeah, that's the difference, I think.
Got a little Heathcliff number 1.
Ooh.
I just like the name on this cover.
I love the Star Comics, man. Ren and
Ice Cream
Stimpy.
Clones.
I love it.
Isn't that
Ice
great?
cream clones.
Last issue, I'm collecting this run.
Well, that's why we like diversity, because if everybody liked the same things, it'd be boring. Hey, what's up, Who Dat?
I don't believe I had this one. I got most of the X-Men annuals, like 3 through
Let me see.
16, but this is 12, I think. 12. This is one of like 3 or 4 books I was missing from the entire Fables run that I think went to 135, if I recall. But
Okay.
yeah, I was missing 121 and if like now missing a few others. This was for Rob and Newsstand Max. Great Sam Keith art. Boom, 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 boom.
Very cool. He works on his glutes.
Oh yeah.
Who Dat? Check your IG.
Couple
I'm gonna come
uncannies
hang
I
with
was
him.
missing. And I don't know if you've been a follower of mine for a long time, you might be able to tell me why I got this book.
Hey, Poor Man's Comics, what's going on? Claim
What's
the
up?
top rack, please.
Yes, he wants to claim all those books. 3,500.
Poor Man's Comics finds fire.
He does. You know, I was just realizing I better add those up before I offer a price for them.
I
So
know.
I bought this book because though I have
Yep.
a few copies signed in variants, I wanted to take this out and put it up on my wall. This is an 8-page fold-out map of this world of Odyssey, this universe that Christian Ward drew and he and Matt Fraction came up with. And I just think, like, this is to me when Image
Christian
was
Ward.
at its absolute best, like when creators could go and do something that they would never be able to do at Marvel or DC. Not that they hate Marvel or DC or that they don't
It's
want to
just
do
they don't get
superhero
that license of freedom.
Right, just the freedom to do that. And this whole book, Odyssey, is a 12-issue book. It tells the story of the Odyssey, but it's in a universe. It's a sci-fi Odyssey, and all the characters, only female characters in the whole story, and it's told in pentameter. Every single piece of dialogue is written in some, I forget what pentameter it was, but it's written in pentameter. So it's just yeah, it's quite a thing to read.
Radical.
I highly suggest it if you like little kind of oddball out there stuff. And the
Sorry,
final
Mike.
one,
He's got a shitty connection.
oh, do
but
I
he
still?
knows. Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry, bro.
No, I'm going to get it set. I will go to Best Buy tomorrow on Father's Day.
Get your shit together.
Yes.
So
And
we
then
can
just
see. So we can see the beautiful things you have.
ElfQuest parodies, because I love those.
Wow, that's funny. My
Yeah.
LCS has a bunch of ElfQuest stuff.
That'll be my next chunk.
All right. Okay. Sorry, Mike was thanking you for taking the time since things were a little pixelated. All right. Fantastic 492. Filling in little chunks. Little chunky chunks.
And now trying to get the whole thing. Love it.
Oof. You can't go wrong with Fantastic Four, man. And then I got this recently. These Thor books, these bigger Thor books, have gone down. So now's the time to get them. This used to be like $150 book. I found it.
It's a cold market, and you won on the hunt last night because of those books.
I won on the hunt with this book, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with Kirby smashing Thor against the him.
It was Kirby versus Kirby, and you still won.
I won. Well, it was Thor versus Thor. It was Thor Kirby, Thor Kirby.
But to be fair, it was Great Gargoyle.
I mean, Great Gargoyle. Come on, you're not.
Wait, you were on the hunt? I thought it was Bleak versus Tone.
It was, but there's other challenges
Oh, I've never watched the whole show because I'm always falling asleep.
because
I
you're
should have
old
stayed
papa.
longer. Sorry.
Everything is down except for Spider-Verse. I mean, you're not wrong.
Pretty much.
You know, the market's readjusting back to normal pre-COVID prices. Then I had to pick up this. I had a version, and then I picked this up again because I fucking love this issue. And this issue has the centerfold, the Ditko centerfold of Glenn. Where's Glenn? I picked this up today because of your goofy ass, Glenn. The official adaptation of the movie Superman 3, Eat Your Heart Out, $1. $1. And it's in the back, it's got him like tearing off his shirt and shit, and you can see the Superman thing. It's so campy. Glenn would love it. And then, oh man, I got this thing, and I got this for like $5, and it's in such crispy good shape. It's like a warehouse crispy, like just new old stock. So nice and pretty. Suck it, Glenn.
It looks like it's been untouched in a box for 40 years.
It is absolutely gorge.
That's gorgeous. Yeah.
Gorge. Hey girl, Nick Cardy, eat your heart out. And then I got this is 1965 Dell Nucla #1 collector's edition. Or what does it say? Collector's issue, sorry. Nucla. How did he come to be, and how his powers help him against the evilest man in the world? First action-packed adventure of the great superhero on Earth. Boom.
Nucla.
Then this is bomb ass. I wanted to play it last night, but I didn't really have a chance.
Oh.
The Great Grape Ape #1, son. #1, Hanna-Barbera. That's the shit right there. I love Great Grape Ape. And then I also played this on the hunt last night. Because titties. Always win it. Oh, it's just so funny. What?
Is that book canon or is that?
Yeah, it's canon.
Wallace Wood.
Well, I do what? Stick your thumb up my butt, baby. No, all right. That's all I got. That's all I got. So, all right, let's go. Who is it? Is it Tacoma first or is it Rob?
No, it's Rob. I already showed off my pixelated screen.
All right. Sorry, Miss Pixar. Mr.
Mixelplix. You got me.
Mixelplix.
Don't say it backwards.
Mr. Mixelplix.
Mix Yick Still Pib. I only know that because of watching the old Superman the Animated Series. I can cut this in half.
Super Friends.
Do whatever you want. This is America.
Well, I don't know if we're going to be doing another round, so I will cut this in half, and I will end this at the Wonder Woman that I picked up this week. This was all the Wonder Woman I picked this up. Yeah, all that. All right, so we're going to start with Action Comics. And I know not everyone's a huge Action Comics fan, but this one is an Art Adams cover.
I love them bats. Look how detailed they are. Get that closer to my face. Thank you. No, I love the pencil work on the bats.
Yeah, it's a cross between Dick Giordano doing the art along with Art Adams.
Jeez, Louise, what number?
This is issue 1 of the annual of Action Comics. Wow. I think it's 1986, 87, 87, 1987.
What? I was definitely a fucking toddler.
All right, this one here is because a couple weeks ago I picked up what I thought was the the first issue of the annual of Superman from the 1960s, and it was something else. It was the 80-page giant #1 I picked up, so I also got this today, or Friday.
Wow, I like it.
It's part of that run. It's not an annual of the Flash. It's issue 9 of 80-page giant. Things that, if you're an older collector, and I mean by that, older than I am, and I'm pretty ancient. I
No,
mean,
you're
people like in
not.
their 60s, 70s.
You're a baby. You're
I'm still-
26.
Yeah, I'm 26. This is hard living, folks. All right, this is an issue of Brave and the Bold that features Wonder Woman in her white outfit,
Oh,
where
I
it was
love
the
it.
I Ching era.
What
So I think there's only like 3 or 4 of these.
number?
This is issue 105, I think. Why is it so hard to see on a dark cover? 105, yeah. So 105 of Brave and the Bold. There's one in
have to
World's
get-
Finest, and I think there's one other. I
I
could
have
be
to get
wrong.
Lois Lane
But since
106.
I'm trying to put together my run of Wonder Woman, especially from the 70s,
I have to get Lois Lane 106.
this is a Jack Kirby Challengers of the Unknown
Fantastic Four.
reprint. This is, yeah, it was Fantastic Four before it was the Fantastic Four. So when I saw this for $5, yeah.
Kinky,
Now this one I
beautiful.
just forgot to put away. It's one of those books that's just
so
going
great.
up and up and up. I got this
Spine
years
Slide,
ago.
Spine Slide.
Just,
Spine Slide.
Spine Slide.
It's an original, right?
Oh yeah.
Dr. Demento is not old. It's so funny you call him that. And it's so funny I fucking know exactly who you're talking about.
Dr. Demento.
Fish heads, fish heads.
Holy poly
Holy
fish.
fish
I
heads.
found that book for $2 in like lower grade, and I still sold it for 100. It was like,
I believe it.
Golly,
Kitty
Mom.
just
Max
leaked
believes
up.
it.
That was awesome.
Well, this was just like Lady Fantastic's win last night because a dog started yowling in the background and it was just a perfect moment. And from that perfect moment, speaking of perfect moments, I need to connect here with a kitty.
Meow,
Nope. You went too
Maybe not
fast.
knock
You
him
got to
down.
be patient.
meow. Oh, snoot.
Now she knows something's up.
Uh-oh, guys. Got a disruptor here.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, do we?
Got Mr. Whodad. It's joining
There,
us.
oh, hey, who that?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. Straight from DallasCon.
No, yeah, last week. Everybody's at Heroes. Everybody's at Heroes.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
And now with who that there, I feel
I can't afford 2 conventions.
They get pricey, man.
Oh, it gets bad, man.
I mean, how much is this one? Like 40, 50 bucks?
I don't know how much it costs, but I mean,
Heroes Con.
Yeah.
I think
A day?
for 3-day pass, I think Heroes Con was like $65 for a 3-day
Well,
pass.
that's the least of the tickets aren't what
Pretty good.
kills you.
Yeah,
the
it's getting the
signatures.
room, getting the travel, like the flight or driving, and then having actual cash for like money, and then cash for like eating and just whatever.
Yeah, you're talking about like $1,000 or more
Yes,
at minimum.
it's it ain't cheap. You have to.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I can't do that back-to-back weekends.
Yeah.
So, Dallas was good enough and close enough where I can spend more, but at least I'm
Food.
closer. Distance wise. Yeah, I'm still exhausted. I tell you that.
It's just so much to get in, and like if you're kind of like an introvert or you just like more chill, it's so much stimulation.
It can be overwhelming.
It's like so much input that you just can't even function. You're just like, what?
It's wall-to-wall people in a post-COVID world where if you ever were aware of con crud before, just by getting colds from these people all over, not just the country, but the world in certain areas, and you're breathing in all that air, and you come home, and the next week, you're like, I don't know why I feel like hell. Con crud.
Yeah, con crud's now just COVID.
So,
most likely that's what you have.
I'm going to a 3-day con next weekend, and then the Monday after, I'm going away for my anniversary. So don't tell me about con crud.
It's you're gonna get it one kind of way. Like I don't have the con crud. I have the con body crud. If you want to say like body aches, or it's because I'm worn out.
Well, just standing in line, man.
Standing in line, backs hurt, like all that's hurt. I don't have any cold or anything like that,
Right.
but I got everything else that if you had gotten sick, you would be feeling anyway.
Convid. I got Convid 23.
So I need a masseuse for like the next 3 weeks.
Especially if you're getting crowded out, because if people know who you are, I know who you are, Who Dat. But if someone goes, hey, there's Who Dat, he's digging through some boxes, let's crowd him out and see what he's trying to get. It's even worse.
Yeah.
For me,
I
it's
like
like,
in comics last comment.
like you think you have a plan. Like for me, it's like I think I'll have a plan, and then I get there and I just see everything, and I get overwhelmed, and it's like plans out the door. I'm just going. It doesn't matter where.
I'll tell you, like this Saturday was ridiculous at that convention. That place was not big enough for the amount of people that were in there.
How many?
It was ridiculous. Friday was packed, and usually Friday at any convention is not that bad.
Yeah.
But Friday was like a Saturday in New Orleans, so that just tells you New Orleans Fan Expo is so much better. If you, especially Fridays, if you want to come to a Fan Expo and Friday you can get everything done, and then Saturday if you want to be in crowd, there you go. Just go Saturday, or if you don't want a crowd, go Friday and go Sunday, because our convention happens to roll around still football season. So this convention Sunday. That Sunday when it comes up is going to be a Saints game, and guess what? Everybody local is going to be there. So Friday and Sunday is going to be the best time to go.
Is there any books you got that you want to show or anything, man?
If you want me to show, I should show some of the stuff I got signed.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm selling all of these, but that's just because
show some of the things that like you appreciate and treasure, stuff that you like the best that you picked up.
Well, I don't have any of those because CDC has all those.
Okay. Well,
I'll show all the stuff that I got signed.
That's cool.
I'm literally like these stuff that I'm selling. I'm not trying to make a profit on. This is just what it costs me. So like these signatures that I'm selling, like $15,
Mm-hmm.
like for the book and the signature. That's it. Like, yeah. If anybody saw those lines, like. Yeah, it should be. My wife was like, "You better charge more than that." This is Kale New. Kale New's signature is awesome.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, he's a very, very cool, distinct.
He's a new artist too, right?
Yeah. He's been popping up a lot lately. This is Alan Qua, signed right there on the.
And that's pretty distinct too.
Yeah, so you got that one. I got some really good stuff that I want to show after I show a couple of these. This is Miko Suyan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
And like this book cost $10. Guess what? It's like Miko is like the only one that was like charging like $15 for a signature. Everybody else was like around $10.
Yeah. Okay.
Most writers I know we're doing like first couple free. Like Terry Dodson and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got some really good stuff here.
Jim Starlin was 20, which I didn't think was bad. But Jim Shooter, he was like 50, I think. And
I might like this.
Ooh.
Sneeze Raw. World Tree number 1.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this was, I don't even know what this sells for, but the guy was like holding them. He was kind of like hiding them. He was like, yeah, I might have a few of these. And I told him, and how he said it with his face and his tone, I paused and I said, I'm from Louisiana. I don't know how to take that. Because it was his face and he was like,
he was wondering, Norrin wants to know, is that foil or metal?
Foil. They have a gold, silver, and red. I've never seen the red. I've seen the gold, and I've seen this one, but I haven't seen the red. The guy said they had a red one.
Interesting.
So if he has them there, why would he be reluctant to sell?
I have no idea.
Just put it in your car and don't have them there.
Yeah, this is Some Killing Children number 1, Dallas Fan Expo exclusive. Sold out. So they got that.
There's buds.
And this one sold out as well. This is Something Killing the Children 30 foil Dallas Fan Expo exclusive, signed by Miko. So yeah.
That's pretty ill, dude.
So yeah, these didn't. I think they lasted. Some of the stuff lasted till Saturday. Some lasted till Sunday. It just depends on what. But yeah, the guy was like hiding them. I'll show like 4 more things. This is cool. Mark Silvestri.
Oh, nice.
So
The chef's
got-
kiss.
yeah, so got
Love
that
it.
one.
That's a good stuff.
Mark Silvestri's line was ridiculous.
I can imagine, but man, I mean,
It's Mark Silvestri, man.
Mark.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. It was like I don't even know how to describe it. It was just crazy.
Him and Will Spertasio are the two like Image original guys that I want the most.
Oh wow.
Jamie Tyndall. I think they sold out of these two.
Yeah.
Noah Rad, if you're a big Sick fan, please buy those books from me, and you will not pay eBay prices. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You will not.
I love
So
Sinister.
you can look at them on eBay. I want people to get who couldn't go to the convention, get those books and go to a good home. But this one's I just like this book.
Oh, I love it. That's killer.
That was Jamie Tyndall. He signed that one. And I got 2 things here. These are not going anywhere. These are definitely PC books. So you got this.
Red
Conan. Yeah, 24. I had 23. I don't have 24.
Okay.
This is from the Fantastic collection.
All right.
The guy who's like selling Superman.
Yeah.
All you got to do is look up selling the film or whatever. So it was surprisingly in this grade, it's very affordable. Very, very affordable. Meaning like under, well under $300. Like you're talking like $250 or less. So for a 9.2, you probably get it even cheaper raw. And this book here is probably low grade, but man, I don't know if I'm going to get whenever I'm going to see this book again. This is probably about a 1.0, 1.5. Let's say 1.5 at best. First appearance, 4-color, 12. First appearance of Bambi.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
What year is that?
62.
I forgot.
That presentation is beautiful.
I think it's older than that.
Is it? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Just 10 cents spanned a lot of years.
Yeah.
Now, does Bambi also die in that issue?
Very closer to 1942, 43.
Oh, really?
Oh, my daughter wants me to tell people this. Is because she mentioned it last time I was selling stuff. So she said if anybody that does buy something from me, she's doing a free sketch for people. So, but yeah, I just thought this was a cool pickup. It's a 1.0, 1.5 because of the back, but I don't care. It has like 1/4 of the back is like taped back on, and it's like a piece missing out of the back. But who cares?
Who cares?
I might grade it just to protect it, just because I don't want it to get more damage. But the front looks awesome. Doesn't the front look really good?
Bambi number 12. It's showing, I think.
Oh, you should be able to look up 4-color 12. 4-color comic 12. You should be able to look it up like that. Or if you go on Key Collector, you can just look up Bambi on the characters.
Yeah, they would always put the character title on the cover, but it was always 4-color.
Yeah,
several volumes of it.
No, I see it. It's it's 1942, bro.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I know it was super old.
I was only out like 20 years.
Presents so well though.
Cali Comics bought this. I just want to show it though. It's a dope. Like this is a cover by, if you haven't seen one, Silver Surfer, Venom, Carnage, and Kale New signed it right on the surfboard.
That's rad. Norrin rad.
Yeah. So that was Cali Comics bought that. But like I said, a lot of these signature books, since I was there, I was just trying to get signatures and see if people want them. If they don't want them, I'll, stuff like this I'll hold on to. I'll be happy to hold on to.
Yeah.
In Huck Lee,
man.
If anybody knows In Huck Lee and a few of those other guys I showed, I don't think they do a lot of traveling as far as conventions. I know In Huck Lee's not from the United States. Art Germ's not from the United States. So that's a lot of guys I met. Miko Suyan, I know he's not from the United States because when I paid him on PayPal, it went through I guess Philippines.
Yeah.
And so I sent him like the $30 with 2 signatures, He goes 2,600. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, wait, what is this?
What?
And it was like,
9,000
in
kroner.
Philippines. Yeah. I was like, Jesus.
So let's see.
So yeah,
Um,
good convention. If anybody can make it to Dallas, I would say it's a good one. Dallas is a good hub for its flights. You can get cheap flights, especially through Southwest, because they have a Southwest hub. So it's a lot of people who we know and go there, like me. What's his name? Tony Sanders.
Yahweh.
Yeah, Yahweh's gonna go there again. He said he's going to book it again. We're just waiting for the hotel. Once my wife can get the hotel, that's officially going. But she's looking every day for it to drop. So I'll be there again next year. But yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you showing those. Rob or Tacoma, any more books?
Yeah, it got a few.
Okay.
If am I pixelated or am I good?
No, well, you
You're
were
still-
good just a few. Yeah, you were good a few seconds ago.
And now I'm not.
No, you're not.
Like what happened? I
hold
saw you
on.
clear like a second ago.
I'll make it super
wait.
short. I'll make it super short then, or come back to me.
No, I
Let me
can
come back to
see
you later.
you.
You
No,
want us
I
to
can
come back
see
later?
you on
I'll
the
come back later.
Wait, does it look good on the YouTube?
on
It-
YouTube. It looks fine. I have it running on both screens
Oh,
here,
really?
but
Okay.
So
it's just
I
on our
wanted-
StreamYard he freezes up. But yeah, let him show.
I wanted to show
Ooh, Mark
this.
Jewelers.
Mark.
Ooh.
So
What issue is that?
that's issue 12
Of what?
of ElfQuest. Sorry.
What a nerd. That's crazy rare.
Oh,
An ElfQuest
wait.
Mark
So-
Jewelers.
For Sears Comics, Richard hit me up and he said, "Hey, I'm downsizing, and I got a whole bunch of Mark Jeweler ElfQuest. So issues 6 through 12, and then like 12 other ones. So this was the Marvel reprints from 1986 of the original Quest. There's a regular newsstand. There's signed by Wendy and Richard. And I noticed when I went through them that I actually had two. So now I've got 14. I'm not going to show you all the Mark Jewelers. I'll just show the covers quick. But from the original Quest, the 32 Marvel issues that reprinted the original 21 Warp graphic issues, full 1/3 of them, or more than 1/3 of them now I have in Mark Jewelers. So now, of course, I want to get them all in Mark Jewelers
You're
because
crazy.
that is what we do.
Crazy people
12
do.
of these are Mark Jewelers, which is insane,
Yes.
right? So
I'm not gonna
shout
lie.
out to Drasier. Very cool guy, very low-key guy. Really likes his stuff, and always fun to watch his videos. I don't understand anything about Pokemon cards, but he's always ripping packs and having fun with those. So this was just, ElfQuest. I've said it before, ElfQuest and X-Men were my two loves growing up as a kid. I saw ElfQuest #1 on the comic book stand. I didn't know for probably the first 2 or 3 years of me reading it, I probably didn't know that it was a reprint from an old black and white comic in the late 70s, early 80s. I was just not aware of any of that like history. But yeah, I loved it. I love the story. There is several series now with ElfQuest. There's also an audio movie, and maybe someday there will actually be a movie. It's a great story, great tale from which to make a movie. Just love it. Two Edge, the half elf, half troll who rhymes and schemes behind the scenes. Just really, really, really great stuff. And for its time, I mean, way ahead on race and gender diversity and sexual orientation. Really fabulous stuff. And then I'm collecting these, the solo covers. There's 6 of them. I think I've got the other 2 somewhere. But
You have a
That's-
sickness.
favorite character. What's that?
Nothing. I said they were awesome covers.
That's what you said.
I said you have a sickness.
What?
Yeah.
No. Where
It's
did
a
you
good-
get that idea
It's a
from?
good sickness, though. It's a good sickness.
It is.
you
It
go.
is. It could be worse. Like there's so
Yeah.
many other things it could be, dude.
And who Dad and I
Yeah.
have gone back and forth in this. I sometimes make decisions, especially when I get things signed. I don't get them witnessed or slabbed, which financially puts me behind the curve. But it's just they're for me, and I don't want to get them. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want
all
them.
about why you want, why why are you getting them? If you're getting them for you, who cares?
Yeah.
What's a
So
slab?
Mr. Mr. Rob, did you want to chunk us out?
Yeah, I'll finish out everything I got here because I know we're just over an hour.
Yeah.
Do you all know if Robert the G-Man Galvin is on tonight?
I haven't seen
I
him
don't know.
comment.
It's
I have
10
not either.
p.m.
I haven't seen it. Usually I
You
see
know where
his
your children
his
are?
posts. Usually I see his like his, you know, when he uploads like saying he's going to have the show. I didn't see
Yeah.
that this time.
Yeah, it's 10 p.m. Eastern time. Do you know where your Galvin is? Here
It's
is
11
some
p.m.
flash that I was
Eastern
just trying to
time.
finish up.
Hey, G-Man.
Ooh, nice.
Nothing really special about these issues.
The artwork's great.
Oh,
though.
well, maybe this one.
Oh,
First,
that's cool. That's for Solar.
Sonar.
Yeah. Did I show my Sabrina the Teenage Witch to you, lady?
I don't think so.
Ooh.
I'll show that.
All right. All right. So, that's cool.
No one's really going to know what this is. This is the first cameo of a character called Match. Match is the bizarro version of Superboy. This is his first cover. These are ones that I've had for years and years and years. I just found them in a box the other day and went, well, I better put these in Mylar. This is back when I was married a long ass time ago, and the ex-in-law goes, hey, there's some comics over there for 25 cents each. And I start going through there and I picked out first War Machine and first Match. But no one knows who Match is because they rebooted the whole universe. Here is Secret Origins #1.
I like that, baby.
This
That's
is
poppin'.
volume 2 because volume 1 had an issue from I think 1961 or 64. It was only one issue, but this is the volume 2. So now I got to find that volume 1.
Yeah.
Here's Super Friends #1. This is the first appearance of Marv and Wendy, but most importantly is the first appearance of
Leap.
the Hall of Justice.
There you go.
Hey, how much was that? Because there's a copy at my LCS and it's not that great of a copy, but how much was that one?
So this copy was 55 because it's like almost a 9.0, maybe a 9.2.
Okay.
But they had one that was there for about $30 or maybe $35 that was like a 5.5.
Okay.
Little fold right down here that you could see the line cutting through, a dirty back.
Yeah. This one was not that great and it was like $12, but it was less than a 5.5. It was probably like a 2.5 to 3.0.
Oh, then yeah, maybe if it was $10.
It was $12.
Oh, that's worth it then.
Yeah. Share your stuff. Keep going.
Do you want to see the first comic book I ever purchased with my own money?
Yeah.
X-Men 149. Oh wait, no, that was me.
No.
Oh shit.
Newsstand.
Newsstand.
And you
I
can see
love it.
You can see like how good I took care of it way back in the day. This one might be like a
yeah. We can see your ceiling. That's how well that's how nice it is. Look at that.
Oh, you see my ceiling. Yeah, there's my ceiling.
Yeah, that's it. It's nice.
That one's not so bad. Here's another one that I found that I'm not putting.
Picked up Superman 3 today.
I lied about this for the longest time because I bought this right around the same time. Yeah, I got it signed by Bisley. No, idiot. I signed it myself. I was like 11 or 12 years old.
What a
Split
nerd.
down the edge and everything. But I used to draw from this. I even tried restoring it. See?
Oh, Rob, bless your heart.
When I
Sharpie
was
spine.
12
Sharpie
years
spine.
old. Yeah, the Sharpie spine. This does not go into a Mylar. This is just something I keep to go. Hey, I had it since childhood, and I used to draw from it because, dude, I loved Bisley's artwork back then. All right, now we're getting into it. The Wonder Woman.
You have that, Glenn?
Oh, you have that? I mean,
Glenn has this, the movie one. I tried to
Oh,
show
yeah,
it.
it's cool.
Yeah, I picked it up today. I mean, I like it. You know, what was his face's name? Reeves?
Chris Reeves.
He
makes an appearance in Flash.
Specimen.
He doesn't speak. Luckily, that would be monstrous. All right, this one is 144 of Wonder Woman, 1964, I believe.
That's cool, man.
And these were all like maybe 20, 30 bucks a piece. So yeah, I'll pick them up because I have most of the Wonder Woman from the 70s going on forward. And now that I can, and he had them at his shop over at Miami Fresh Comics over on Instagram. He does his claim sales. That's where I get all my books. Well, at least a good percentage of them. And we're going to go through some time here because these are all from volume 1. This is where she fights the Superman.
I
We're gonna
saw
go
those are
Dada.
bangers, though. Oh,
And then
Christopher
some
Reeve,
of them-
dude, I know. Come on, give me a break,
One of
Glenn.
Okay, this one is a little
Egg
racist.
foo?
Okay,
Oh, it's
we're
a lot of racist.
racist. Egg foo. Oh,
There's
you
some
won't see him again.
tones. There's some racial tones.
Just a little bit. Where she's wearing pants.
Woohoo! Oh, that pops.
Nice.
This one would be really nice if it wasn't for the fact that there's like a tape pull there and a tape pull there. Otherwise, it'd be
Oh,
like
it's
about
so
an 8
cool,
hour
though. I
so.
don't care.
Ooh.
Better than nothing. Is
I love having
aggressively
these,
at
the checkerboard.
is aggressively at WonderCon and or Heroes Con, and is he drinking or is he just drinking? That's great. I like that. Aggressively is not at Heroes Con. He's got a kid. I mean, I don't know. I'm just making assumptions. She's like playing. She's Donkey Kong in that chick.
Yeah, she looks a little bit more
Stiff
masculine
arming.
there.
Stiff
the
arming
ones-
her.
A lot of these ones where she looks a little bit
Taking no
more
guap.
masculine, that's the original artist, William Moulton Worston. Hey, she shrunk down to a kid. Now she has to fight her evil doppelganger.
Have been on a Friday stream with CJ. Got it.
And we're moving on to the 70s.
Last battle.
Then we're moving on to, I guess, the late 70s, early 80s.
Glenn says that these are awesome and that he loves Wonder Woman in the covers.
Well, thank you. It's not like I'm trying to put together a full run because that first issue of Wonder Woman's going to be a beast.
He says
And
that he has the Perez Omnis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Glenn is an Omni man. Glenn, are you going to come to church tomorrow?
Mm.
Bleak's church, the Church of Bleak. That's cool. Yeah,
It was like church. I was like, huh?
I know. We're heathens. Don't believe it.
What, the Church of the Expensive Paper?
He said, "Yep."
I think that's all of us.
All the from all our collective. I'm about 20 minutes away.
I'm like expensive paper and plastic.
And this is the last one, and that's pretty much everything I got this week. I know,
Right?
1 week. Holy crap, dude! I need to
There
really
is
stop.
one thing I want to show before we head. I was one thing I didn't show that I got today, and I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, but when I saw this is a 1968 Spectacular Spider-Man painted cover of John Romita's famous Spider-Man. What is it? 122 or something? I think that's
I tried to send you that book. You didn't want it.
this one. No,
Yes, it was.
no, it wasn't.
Yes, I would bet
History.
My house.
I don't
Bet
think
my
so.
house. When I'm confident, lady, just trust me.
Man, I don't think you did. Well, I changed my mind then real quick.
Yes, you
after he
did. You must have
died,
saw it and looked at it, and you're like, I actually like this.
but he wasn't dead yet. So
Oh. Oh my god, that's what happened.
I'm a terrible person. I don't care. Whatever.
Oh my
dude.
god. That's funny. No. For serious, I really was trying to send you that book. You're like,
You may
oh,
have.
but you said the exact same thing that you said before you showed it. You said, I'm not a big Spider-Man fan.
Maybe that's
But
true.
and you said you like the cover, but you're not a big Spider-Man
Yeah,
fan.
it's true. It's true. I'm a
It's
turd.
an oversized book. It's a hard book to store. It's just
Where am I going to put
it's
that?
awkward. Yeah.
yeah, it's bigger than the magazines, really, honestly.
Get a storage locker.
Put it in.
You're a storage locker. All right, fine. I probably did say it, but whatever. Okay, fellas, any other books you would like to show? Okay, Mr. Whodat.
These are some. I'm just showing these last ones, Scott. I know I didn't
Ooh,
show it.
banger.
So I didn't have these Luke Cages, and anytime somebody has Luke Cages, I kind of like buy them, even though I'll have
Who's on the
doubles.
art on that?
This is Cochran.
Oh yeah. Norn Rad says frame it. I could do that.
So I got that one. This is the issue where it changes to Power Man, so I had to get that one.
Nice.
I have the whole run of Hero for Hire.
Yeah, and so that goes to Power Man. Okay.
Yeah, so that goes to Power Man. So I had to get that one. And these are nice, like really nice condition. You're talking about like 9.0 pluses.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And the real reason I bought the whole lot of them, because this book was in there and nobody jumped on it. And this story is hilarious. So I had to get a raw copy. I had to get a raw because I have
my money, honey.
I'm getting that signed. The guy who wrote that's going to be at Washington Summer Con next week.
Yeah, I actually have one. I have one that's triple signed.
Is that number 9?
Yeah, so yeah, this is number 9. Yeah, so I had to pick it up because I wanted it raw again so I can read it again because it's hilarious. Like all I'll say is if Luke Cage, you owe Luke Cage $200, pay the man $200. I got that one. And I don't know if it's been a while since I showed this off. So it's been a long time.
Wow.
Uncle Scrooge number 1.
Swimming in a pile of money.
Yeah. So I actually had a guy Gilchrist draw that for me with Uncle Scrooge. And this is the one I thought I showed this before. I might have not. Dustin pressed this book. It was a 4.5 and a CBCS label, and now it's a 5.5.
Oh,
nice.
And very low census count once you get past a 4.5. This is like so it dropped page quality. It went to green off, but I don't care. It's one of those books that 1962, but it's one of these books that you don't really. It really doesn't care.
It doesn't scream. This is the first appearance of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
No, it doesn't. But I've seen the story panels in the inside, But the cover's hilarious though, because like if people want to see the cover, it is like, hey, you can't read the sign. Please don't feed the humans, and the robot's trying to feed the humans. So it's a hilarious cover, and I've seen the story on the inside before I sent it to him. So, but yeah, that's that Jughead stuff on the back. So awesome book, great for the PC. If anybody knows, I've been when I got my Grail plus the turtle stuff, I kind of was like, what am I gonna like? I didn't know what to collect. I was like, I didn't know what to do, what to get. And then I had a child, and I said, you know what? I'll start collecting female first appearances and stuff like that. And I've had more fun doing it. I've had a lot of fun doing it. So awesome. It's pricey, but it's not as pricey as
Turtles one.
The male counterparts. Let me just say that. It should, so I'm happy. I'm happy on that aspect because first Sabrina Teenage Witch is cheaper than like the first Archie. Something like that, just throwing
up 22, even for shit tier grade, you're paying $10,000.
Yes, 25 missing stuff, you're paying $10,000. So I'll take the first Sabrina and a 5.5 for not even 10%.
I'll put it this way: the first Black Widow I just got a couple months ago for under $500. It's like at least a 4.
And that book has been. I picked it up when it started going down, but I should have waited a little bit more because it's going down even further. Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that book when it goes after the movie's over, and it was good. That was a good time, but should have just waited a little longer because it did drop even more. That one in the Hawkeye first appearance dropped, but that one bumped kind of back up when he got injured. If anybody follows that, I hate to say that, like, oh man, Hawkeye, we gotta buy the book. It's like, yeah, he didn't make the book, people. He was played Hawkeye.
I mean, to be fair, Hawkeye, even in the comic, winds up operating with, a missing limb. So they can still do Hawkeye. They just don't have him do as much action stuff.
Yeah, he can still do Hawkeye.
Make it CG.
Have CG legs.
Anything you want to show us, Tacoma, before we're done?
No, I think I am good and done. Thank you.
All right. Well, fellas, you guys want to make any announcements or what you're going to be up to next or lately? Now's your time, or forever hold your peace.
I know. We already had the hunt, so that's basically what I do. The hunt, and I do stuff on my channel. But I don't know if Sands has an auction this Sunday. If he does, I might make an appearance for a couple of rounds. It's Father's Day. I'm not gonna stay long. So if he does do it, I'll be there for at least a couple rounds. And on my channel, I will be doing some unboxings whenever CGC has come back. But I did have a book come back from CGC that I had Chris Claremont signed. That was a great add to the PC. So check that video out because it came back a lot higher than the person that sold it to me and Dustin thought. It was like graded a 9.0 to a 9.4. Dustin thought it might 9.4. Yeah, I think Dustin said a 9.4. But yeah, so definitely check that out. Chris Claremont signed book, first female appearance. So, but
Very
that's all
cool.
I got on my end. I appreciate you sending the link. I always like doing these little hangouts, kind of showing stuff while I'm talking.
Yeah,
these are the foundation of the YouTube. I want to tell people this. It makes collecting fun.
Yeah.
So
just little notes like this that kind of coalesce together into bigger things. But you start somewhere. Everybody's got their little groups.
Yeah.
Mr. Tacoma or Rob?
I am doing the same thing as Hudat. I'm going to be on Sands on Sunday, even though it's Father's Day. I've got, it starts later for me because I'm on this coast and or earlier. I don't know what it starts, but anyway, I can make it. I can't make it Tuesday. I was originally going to go Tuesday, but Tuesday is actually my son's birthday, so that was a no-no. I got the end of school this week, and then I got Washington Summer Con next weekend, then trip for my anniversary. Then I'm going to see about trying to make some content this summer because I'm not as busy as I was last summer, and hopefully I won't be out for 12 days with the COVID.
Aggressively, you need to come on sometime for sure, though.
Yeah.
Dude. We'd love to have you, and you're always welcome. And anyways, this is me chastising you for not doing that. Rob?
I would just leave everybody on this note. In 2021, a Superman #1, 8.5, I think sold for $2.6 million. This past week, it sold for $1.6 million. The seller lost $1 million in that sale. What I'm trying to tell everybody right now is it's a cold market. Don't try selling if you're trying to make money off of high tier books. Even the high grails are dropping, except for Spider-Man that has to do with Spider-Verse stuff. But everything else, right now is the time that you can start filling up your runs. I mean, this is why I'm trying to finish off my Wonder Womans, my Fantastic Fours, all these other great things, but don't pay full price. Realize that there's more than just one of these things that were printed out there, and don't overpay. Thank you all for watching. My name's Rob Worst. I'm not near Mint. I don't do really any live content right now, but in the future we will be back. We just don't know when.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody, and you guys take care. Be good to each other.
Happy Father's Day. I love you.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads doing your dad things. Bye.